Good morning, students. Today we will discuss from here the lesson number 2, gift of apples. Okay, this is the mid part of this lesson. Actually, page number 21. You can see. So, actually, Ravi is describing about that kitten that that's the history is being detailed by the Ravi. In this process, Ravi is describing that she is the descendant of Egyptian cat that's that is came from Egypt to Mahabalipuram, so and so. In this process, when he talk about this cat, that I am telling you that cat is descendant from the Egyptian cat god, no goddess. Bastet. Bastet is the name of goddess of cat in Egypt. Okay, yeah, that's it. So this is a question mark by Mridu. When he questioned that, so what happened? Then Ravi told them that, well, one of the descendants of that cat goddess is this cat. What is the history of that cat? Mahendran, actually. It was a stowaway in one of the Pallav ships. Pallav, the kings and their ships, they were trading in past between India and Egypt, and in this way, that cat came to India in a ship. What is the meaning of stowaway? Stowaway, it means a traveler who travels in a bus, in a train, or in an aeroplane with without ticket. Okay, in a very hide way. Nobody can check that kind of person. You can see the meaning of stowaway in your book also. Someone who hides himself. Someone who hides himself or herself in a ship or an aircraft to travel unnoticed without ticket. When a person travels in such kind of conveyance called stowaway. In this way, this cat traveled from Egypt to India. Okay, and descendants, it means the person who surpass the generation or place of one man was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. It means the Rishi cat of Mahabalipuram were the descendant of that cat. Whose descendant is Ravi flourished his twig at on that time. Ravi takes a small tree and noticed and indicates to that cat. M.P. Punnai. This is the name here. Ooh, he. It means this is a kind of happy noise that produced by Ravi. He shrieked. Shrieked. It means crying with happy. Very pleased with himself. Ravi is very happy to describe about that cat. Mahendran looked up, alarmed to hearing this noise. Mahendran, alarmed, it meant alert. He had just been sharpening his claws. Claws, it means the nails. He had just been sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. He is rubbing his claws, nail on the edge of coconut shell. But worse, then Ravi's awful opaque was a craze. It means that cat producing a bad noise compared to Ravi. Screech from the window. What a weird sound. What a strange sound. What a unusual. This kind of voice not listened often. If Mridu was startled, startled means get alert, get feared, startled. Okay. MP Punai was frightened out of his wits, and hearing the noise of Ravi, MP Punai Mahendran also frightened. Okay, and uh, did not think about what should I do. Hair is standing on end. It means the tail of that cat was standing. The hair of the tail of cat is standing. It means big fear. He bounced up and scurried towards a bamboo tray of red chilies that had been set out to dry. Okay. He goes, scurried it means goes towards a bamboo tray of red chilies. Bamboo tray of red chilies. This is a kind of tray that is made from red chilies bamboo. Okay, the twigs, we can say the twigs of red chilies that is set out to dry outside, trying to hide beneath it. That cat trying to behind herself in that bamboo. He tripped a few chilies over himself with a clear cat trying to hide himself. Okay? Meow, he howled miserably. The voice is very fearful. Okay? Meow. Okay? The screeching went on and on. The noise that was uh, came from anywhere, screeching is continued. Okay? What is that noise? Said Mridu. Mridu questioned that what kind of noise is this? Screeching. That's Lily learning to play the violin. Grunted Ravi. Ravi said very slow voice that this screeching voice coming from what is happening? Lily is learning to play the violin. Okay, the training is going on of Lily. That is the voice. She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train, whistling on and on. The whistling voice, okay? The whistling uh, sound like train, actually train whistling. The sound is compared to a train. She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train whistling on and on. Continue. The violin master is playing the music with his violin while Lally is all the time derailing. It means Lally do not following his master. Okay, that's why Rabi is telling a negative comment about Lally. Going completely off track. It means Lally do not follow the track of his master. Let us see the second part of this lesson. Mridu crept up to the window. Mridu could not stop her and see. Go to the window. What is happening there? Lally was sitting in a little distance away. Lally was sitting there, awkwardly holding her violin and bow string. Awkwardly, not in a proper way. He is holding her violin, her elbows jutting out and her eyes glassed with concentration. Her elbows jutting out. It means her elbows catching the violin very awkwardly, and her concentration was so good, glazed with concentration. It means deep in concentration. In front of her, with most of his back to the window. In front of her, it means in front of Lily, there is a window, and there is her music master, bony figure of the music master. Bony figure, it means very thin. He had a mostly bald head, and her head is almost empty. There is no hair on the head of her master, with a fringe of oiled black hair. Fringe of oiled. It means on his head, very little black hair is falling on the border of her head only. His ears and an old-fashioned tuft. Old-fashioned little hair on her head, like uh, pigtail, you can say. Just when I call it choti, this is a kind of tough word, okay? Very little hair on her head. A gold chain gleamed around his leathery neck. He's wearing a gold chain in his neck, and a diamond ring glittered on his hand, and it glided up and down the stem of the beauty of her master explained in this way. A diamond ring in his hand and her hand is going on here and there on her wall. A large hoot stuck out from beneath his gold bordered Vii H. Suddenly, a large foot stuck. It means somebody has come there. Gold bordered vestige, and he was beating time on the floor with his scrawny big toe. And this time somebody has come. So under under there. He played a few notes. He played a few notes. The music master, a large foot stuck out from beneath his gold bordered vestige, and he was beating time on the floor with the scrawny big top, very thin, very thin. He is beating time on the floor. Okay, he played a few notes. Our music master played some few music notes. Lully stumbled behind him on her. Lully could not follow him, stumbled, not follow quietly, not follow completely, which looked quite helpless. Which looked quite helpless. It means there is no help for Lully to follow his magic master. Okay, and unhappy in her hands, and he is also unhappy because he could not follow his music master. What a difference! What a difference! The music master's notes seem to float up and settle perfectly into the invisible tracks of the melody. What a expertization of the musician is that music master. What a difference! The music master's notes, the voice, the tone, the total display of the music is very good and seem to float up and settle perfectly into the visible tracks. Invisible tracks, because when the music is played, there is not a running track of a train. The track of a train is visible, but the music track is not visible. Invisible track of the melody. It was like the wheels of the train fitting smoothly into the rails and whizzing along. This is a similarity with train's wheel. Actually, when the wheel of the train is running on the track, it makes some melody. It makes some melody, some music. The comparison in this time to that beauty whizzing along, as Ravi said. Ravi appreciating the music master, but he's also criticizing Lali's expertise and Lali's concentration and Lali's hard work. He doubts. Mridu stared at that huge bearing hand moving effortlessly up the violins is making lovely music. Mridu is also very happy to see the music master, a huge B-ringed hand. B-ring means hand that is with a good ring. Okay. Okay. Moving effortlessly. Moving effortlessly, it means the mastery of this art of music. It is displayed by that music master, making lovely music. Wearing the music master is wearing a ring. Okay. Squawk. There was Lully dealing again. Squawk means Lully could not follow his music master and he makes a bad note. Squawk. Amma came a wail from the gate. Amma, oh, Ravi is calling for Amma. Came a wail from the gate. Came a wail from the gate. It is a voice that is coming from the gate. Amma came a wail from the gate. The meaning of wail is like crying with pain. This kind of voice is called wail. Amma came a wail from the gate. Amma, that kind of voice is very painful actually. Ravi sent beggar away. This is the time that Ravi also sent the beggar away. Cried his mother from the back veranda. Ravi cried. Actually, somebody asked to Ravi that Ravi should send the beggar away. His mother suggested Ravi because she is unable to come there, and she ordered Ravi that Ravi send the beggar. Where she was chatting, where she was chatting with Tapi. In this time, her mother was busy in chatting with Tapi. He has been coming here every day for the past week. Her mother is telling Tapi that this beggar is coming regularly for 1 week. Okay, and it is time he found another house to beg from, and that is the time when he can found another house for begging. Pati, hello, Moto. Pati explained to Toby. Pati is explaining the situation to Toby. Okay, that is all for this time, students. I will try to make a make another video for this lesson. So till then, thanks.